Welcome to Tremco Commercial Sealant and Waterproofing's installation module for our high-performance ExoAir T3 building envelope solutions. Tremco's T3 building envelope solutions provide a three-level approach to seal out weather around windows and doors, including an effective and weatherproof outer seal, a high-performance thermal insulating layer that fills the space between the frame of the window and the rough opening, and an interior vapor retarding layer that provides an airtight separation for the inside environment to ensure occupant comfort. In this module, we will be installing a window into a typical wooden stud wall using Tremco's ExoAir Trio membrane. Always store ExoAir Trio in a cool environment. Never use Trio that has a temperature over 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 degrees Celsius. Double check the rough opening size versus the window size to be sure you have the correct size Trio on hand. Accurate measurements are critical in the installation of the Trio, so be sure to have a sharp knife and a suitable working area. Unroll and save the green compression tape. It'll come in handy later. Then, roll out the Trio. Cut and discard the first 2 inches of Trio on the roll. When installing the Trio, make sure it is in a relaxed state and always add 5% to the measured length before cutting. When finished with the Trio, wrap the green compression tape back around the roll. This will prevent it from prematurely expanding. Once you have removed the white release paper on the back of the Trio, install it sticky side down with the white edge facing to the interior of the building. The white edge designates the side with the vapor retarder. Trio should be placed tight into the corners and should be fully embedded into the wet sealant. It will then need to be crowded to the center of the sill, as you can see the installer doing here. When setting blocks are positioned on the Trio, cut around them and remove the Trio beneath. This will allow the surrounding Trio to expand and encapsulate the shims. The applicator can then install the Trio onto the window jambs and head, remembering to always add 5% to the length when measuring the Trio. For the jambs and head, the installer will stick the Trio to the window itself, as you can see him doing here. Again, make sure that the white edge is positioned to the interior of the building. Be sure to pay attention to the corners and make sure the Trio makes contact with itself in these areas. At the head, always cut the tape 5% longer than the rough opening, not the window. Once the Trio has been placed completely around the rough opening, the installer can set the window onto the sill and tilt it into place. The window will then need to be mechanically fastened in accordance with the window manufacturer's instructions. The Trio will then expand to fill the gap between the window and the rough opening. Proper selection, use, and integration of materials, components, and systems making up today's wall assemblies are critical to the long-term durability and performance of a building enclosure. Since compression may be achieved in stud wall construction, ExoAir Trio is an ideal 3-in-1 solution to seal out weather, thermally insulate, and provide a vapor barrier to prevent unwanted moisture at the dry side of the wall assembly and maintenance-free service for years to come. Airtight, thermally insulated, acoustically efficient, and energy efficient. T3 building envelope solutions from Tremco Commercial Sealants and Waterproofing. High-performance solutions for the high-performance building.
In the end, she gave up.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Her husband didn't think so.
He was a coward. Being strong, not giving up. It was just his place to hide. He pushed away the pain so hard, he disconnected himself from the person he loved the most. Sometimes when you win, you lose.